Okay, so we're here to talk what? Financing? Mortgages?
Yes.
Okay. All right, it's stuff that your clients need, right? So these are going to be for self-employed borrowers, okay?
Barbers?
Borrowers, clients. Yeah. They will work for a barber if they're self-employed. But yeah, it's if the individual, okay, is been self-employed for at least 2 years, we will take either 12 months or 24 months of the bank statements that they have, whether it's personal or business, and we'll average the deposits that they make in the bank account. You guys get a client over to our team, right? We're going to have a phone call with the client, okay? We love phone calls because it gives us a better understanding of what the client's really needing, wanting, and how to structure that loan. So at that point, what we're doing is we're having a conversation. And our conversation is centered around building a profile with the client. And the profile is basically where they've lived and worked for the last 2 years, what their income looks like, what their assets look like. We look at a copy of their credit report, and we start talking to them about how much money they want to put down, what they like in their payment, so we can determine what's the best sales price to qualify them for. We ask them, hey, you're looking with Sergio and Holmes, what are y'all looking for? Great, awesome. Okay, you're looking for $325,000. That's perfect. Y'all first-time buyers? Yeah, that's great. So we're building rapport and having a conversation. But that's the initial part of building a profile and doing what's called a pre-qualification. Okay, that is your pre-qualification, right? Is a phone call with a client, okay? But that's not what you write an offer on, because I've had plenty of people tell me all this information and then come to find out when I got their pay stubs, it didn't represent what they said it represented, right? The same thing with assets. Yeah. So what we do is then we ask them for the items that we need to verify everything. So what that means is I want to see your pay stubs. I want to see your bank statements. I want to see your driver's license, your green card if you have it. I want to see all these documents because then I'm going to take it to my underwriting team and I'm going to have them actually underwrite the file and look at it and say, you know what? Based on the type of program that you set up, it is pre-approved. Now I'm doing the pre-underwriting up front, right, versus waiting till it's under contract, because my job there for you and for the client and for me at the volume that we do, I got to remove stress off of my life, right? I don't need stress in my life because I don't want you guys to say, well, I thought we had a good deal and it deal not close. They're getting excited and they're telling their kids they're moving. They're telling their family they're moving. They're telling their neighbors they're moving. And what I'm trying to do is eliminate as much as I can up front so that within 100%, we can't be perfect in a perfect world, but we got to try to get perfect, that when we say go, everything's going to be okay. Now, that doesn't mean everything's perfect. Things could pop up, things that happen that we're not aware of. The buyer goes out and buys something. I mean, there's ways to get it off the track, right? Mm-hmm. But what I got to do is make sure that when we're there to that point, we've vetted everything so that it's good. So that's kind of like the initial process with us, right? Oh my God, we do these every single day. I do so much of them that I was the #1 down payment assistance loan officer in the state of Texas for Seth Goldstar. So we do a lot. Mm-hmm. Now there are 4 products that are out there in the state of Texas that are amazing. There is T-Shack, okay. There is TDHCA. There's Seth 5-Star, and there's Seth Goldstar. These are just the program names. You don't need to know about them. You don't need to worry about them. You just need to be able to tell clients that are looking for that, you know what? Absolutely. There are some amazing programs that help clients get in with little to no money out of pocket. There's several of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to my finance team. And they're going to be able to go through the best option for you to get you into the home. Great. What are they? You know what? I stay in my lane. They're great programs. Their team is the #1 down payment assistance loan officer in the state of Texas. Let me let you talk to them because they're going to be able to give you the right information. Great, and you pass them off, right? So it's that kind of stuff. Yeah. I think it's just getting them comfortable and confident that because I don't know how real estate, you don't need to know lending, but we need to know enough together so that we give the confidence in that customer. So they're like, okay, yeah, that's exciting. That's awesome. Wow, they do this a lot. Yes, absolutely. They do it every single day. All you got to do is have a conversation with them. So qualifying questions. Okay, so like you're talking to a client, and I heard you made that comment earlier. They got no money and they got a 500 credit score, right? Okay, they're not going to qualify for this program, right? There's a lot of people we can help. Okay, we'll help everyone, but with somebody with 500 credit scores and no money, it's just going to be not now. You need a plan, and you need to save money, and you need to improve credit. Okay, people even that have 530 credit scores with 20% down, sure, we got options for you. You don't have to have perfect credit. You just got to have money to be able to buy, right? But
What's the lowest credit score?
But those that, well, depends on the type of program we're going for. But in those down payment assistance grant programs that can cover the down payment and the closing cost, minimum credit score is 600. Now, do you know you have 3 credit scores?
Yeah.
And you all know that the credit scores that they're going to give you are not going to be the credit scores that I'm using. Right? Because they're using their freecreditreport.com, their credit cards that give them a score. Those are different models that are looking at their scores. They're typically used for credit cards and car loans. They're not going to be as depth and in detail, right, as the mortgage credit reports. So what we typically find is if they're saying 600, they're probably going to be 560, 570. It just is what it is, right? I mean,
They say 600, like 560.
it could be 560, 570. Sometimes it could be 580, 590. It's very rarely ever 600 because they've done it. Now, if they had it pulled at another mortgage company, then that's going to be the score. If they said, oh yeah, I just had it pulled and it was 600 at this mortgage company, then great. When I pull it, it's going to be 600 as well. Okay, did you know that if they had it pulled a credit report 3 days ago or 5 days ago, that if I pull a credit report, it doesn't count as another inquiry? Right, you get 45 days.
Yeah.
You get 45 days, and 2 inquiries are treated as one. So give them confidence in that, but I'll look at it and it'll be the same score. Now, if they're saying, oh yeah, it's 640 or 620 or whatever, great. All you need is a 600 credit score. So what we do as lending officers, we throw out the high score, we throw out the low score, and we use the middle score. We don't use averages. Throw out the high, throw out the low, use the middle credit score. Okay? If you only have 2 credit scores and the other one says NA, right, because there's no credit on it, then we just have to use the lowest one, right, which would be the lower of the, not the NA, but the second one. And that's what we're doing, and we're going off of that, and it's 600 on that, and that's actually the one through Seth Gold Star. The other ones have, Seth 5-star has a 640 credit score, but TSHAC and TDHCA have 620 credit scores.